December and January, what they said we can expect. I have all the details and exactly what you need to know right here in the video, plus a huge thank you to today's video sponsor, Audible, one of my all-time favorite platforms, but more on them in just a minute. All right, now in this video, I do want to share with you the details of some big changes coming in between December and January as we transition from 2023 into 2024. Now, those of you here in the community that are living on a fixed income benefit, you know that this is a very busy time, December and January, for your money and the transition of your benefits. For everybody else, there are also some major changes going on right now as we wrap up 2023. Now, we all completely recognize this is the holiday season, which is a really nice time of year, but it can also be somewhat of a tough time of year as well, which is exactly why I partnered with today's sponsor, Audible, and why I want to share a quick message from them with you. A big thank you to today's video sponsor, Audible, one of my all-time favorite apps that I use literally every day. Audible offers an incredible selection of audiobooks from every genre, including new releases, celebrity memoirs, mysteries, thrillers, motivation, wellness, business, and so much more. If you have not signed up for Audible, I would highly encourage you to take advantage of your free trial today. I think we can all probably agree we're living through a pretty stressful time, especially right now with the holidays. One thing that I found for me to remain balanced and grounded after a stressful day is by listening to audiobooks on Audible. For example, I recently finished listening to Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking by Susan Cain, which really resonated with me because I am an introvert. Listening to stories in audiobooks allows us to see the world through other people's eyes, giving us a better understanding of what is really going on around us, ultimately helping us achieve a more peaceful mind. Another way that Audible is helping me as 2023 comes to an end is by helping me achieve my 2024 New Year's resolution, which is to be more active and have less screen time. There's nothing that I love more than to turn on a really good audiobook, set my phone down, and have a really good workout, meanwhile not being glued to the screen. If you'd like to try Audible, new members can now get 30 days for free by using my exclusive link down below in the description or simply by texting blind to billionaire to 500-500. Again, make sure to check out that link down below in the description to lock in your 30 days for free or simply by texting blind to billionaire to 500-500. As a new Audible member, you'll get to choose one title from the catalog each month, including new releases and bestsellers. Members also get access to a growing selection of included audiobooks, Audible originals, and podcasts. You can download the included titles all you want. All right, now let's quickly talk about a bunch of different changes coming in for December and January, specifically focused on fixed income beneficiaries, as well as a bunch of economic data points and announcements we will want to watch very closely because this will impact everybody on a wide scale. So let's buzz through these one at a time. First off, in December, we know that we're leading up to the transition of the new year. Therefore, the new COLA, as in cost of living adjustment, will also be applied to your benefits starting in January for most beneficiaries, but late December for SSI beneficiaries. Now, as we roll over to the new year, we also know that there's a number of other changes coming in for Social Security and fixed income beneficiaries as well, including the new earnings limits for retirement beneficiaries as well as SSDI beneficiaries as well, as I do have dedicated videos here on the channel talking about all of these numbers. But remember, as soon as we roll over to the new year, these new changes will go into effect. We also know that the new maximum taxable earnings threshold is also going to be changing as of the new year from $160,200 this year in 2023 out to $168,600 starting in 2024. Next, we also want to talk about how much earnings it's going to take to earn one Social Security credit in 2024, which is $1,860 per credit per quarter in 2024, and you can earn up to those 4 credits in total. So benefits will be increasing as of January, and again, all of these other aspects will be going into effect as well. Now next, remember, the Medicare Part B premium will also be applied as of January 2024, as in the new higher premium. Remember, right now on a monthly basis, the Medicare Part B premium is $164.90, but it's going up by by $9.80 a month up to $174.70 a month, again, being applied in January. Now, let's quickly talk about some of the economic data, and then we'll come back and talk about more of this in greater detail in just a minute. But remember, we have a bunch of economic data still coming out. We have the non-farm payroll numbers. These are the jobs reports that are still going to be released. And again, this is a very, very important report. Remember, this gives us a better barometer on the health of the economy, our jobs being lost, our jobs being created, what is going on with the unemployment rate. This is a very, very key piece of economic data. I've mentioned it many times before in other videos, and we need to continue watching this one very, very closely. Next, the CPI, Consumer Price Index, or the inflation data that we want to continue watching very closely. We'll be getting this here in about a week's time, and then we'll be getting it again in about a month that we need to watch very closely. Remember, inflation has been very high over the last couple years here, and it's been coming down substantially, which is honestly really nice and very welcomed by a lot of us, I would probably agree, right? So as a result of that, we will need to continue watching the CPI announcements to see what is going on with inflation across the entire country. Now, these are some of the different announcements, and again, as we roll into 2024, a lot of these things will continue to come out every single month, a lot of these data points, but I want to continue pointing all of these out for you because this is very, very important. At the end of the day, all of these economic announcements, even though we might look at them at face value and think, this doesn't have a whole lot of impact to me, it actually does. It all plays a role in everybody, okay? So at the end of the day, it's all very important, all of these announcements that are going on, okay? When it comes down to your fixed income benefit, right now, remember, 2023, as we come in for a close here, this is very important. Between now and the end of the year, there's a lot of different changes. Lawmakers are working on a variety of different packages out there. They're floating a very massive piece of legislation out there. When we roll into early January 2024, on the 19th of January, as well as February 2nd, they need to pass $100 billion packages, well over $1 trillion worth of packages is what they also need to pass early on in the year as well. So we have a very busy time of year going on right now. And as I mentioned, all of this is coming in for transition. So we're basically closing the books on one year and opening up a brand new set of books on the next year. So during that transition period, it can honestly be a little bit confusing, a lot of different things that are going on, and why it is a very busy time, as well as why is it a very important time of year that we need to continue paying attention to very closely, because you see all the changes here, right? And this is just a little bit of those different changes. Now remember, there's a lot of pieces of legislation out there as well that would directly impact fixed income benefits, your money, your benefits, new changes as in raises to benefits, adjusting the COLA, removing the marriage penalty, raising benefits up to the federal poverty line, which by the way, that'll also be changing as of the new year as well, things like that. So yes, you can clearly see here a lot of changes that are happening, but either way, I want to point all this out for you. But what they're saying that we can expect going forward through basically December and January, a couple different things here, okay? Let me point these out really fast here. And again, I want to point out all those other changes that are going on. But really quickly here, what they continue to say is that we will likely continue to see inflation being brought down. Now, again, we've been seeing this here, right? For the last, year and a half or so, we've been seeing inflation slowly ticking down, which is honestly a really good relief. And a lot of us are very appreciative of that. So they continue to say we will likely continue to see inflation ticking down lower. We will continue to also see not only inflation ticking down, but we will continue to see a bunch of other things as in jobs being created. Now again, this is a very important thing as well because we know that, like I said before, the economic data coming out as a result of the non-farm payrolls numbers, again, important stuff. We got to continue watching this, right? But they continue to say that, yep, jobs will probably still be created, which is probably a good thing when it comes down to the economy. Next, they're also talking about volatility in the marketplace, okay? So if you've been watching the financial markets, things like this over the last several months, there's been quite a bit of volatility. As a result of that, this is basically just indication of indecision or basically lack of really knowing what's going on for a lot of investors and thinking, hey, I don't really know what's going on here. I kind of want to make myself, safe with this situation that's going on, as in preserving capital, things like that. So as a result of that, they kind of move their investments to cash or reallocate their positions, things like that. So we will continue to likely see more volatility. Now, next, remember, in December as well, we're also going to be getting this next meeting out of the Federal Reserve. Well, as a result of that, we will need to continue watching them very closely here as well to see what are they going to be doing with interest rates? Very important, right? Because remember, they've been pausing here for the last little while now, but what's going on with that, right? So as in, are they going to pause again? Are they going to raise interest rates? Are they going to cut? What are they going to do? Either way, that's very important because that directly pertains to interest rates and mortgages, auto loans, credit card interest rates, all kinds of stuff like this, and interest rates on savings accounts if you happen to be lucky enough to be one of the people out there that has a little bit of money set aside, collecting maybe 4.5%, something like that, in a savings account. So a lot of stuff going on right now. Either way, want to come back for you really quickly and distill all of it down into this short video. And again, I can tell you this much. There is a lot more than just this going on. But these are some of the hot button issues out there right now. And of course, as I get more details on any of it, I'll be right here for you, breaking it all down and bringing it to your attention right away. So make sure to stay tuned. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Check out Audible. Again, down below in the description. A lot of great content there as well. Really, really enjoy Audible. Been using them for quite a few years now. Really, really enjoy Audible. So highly recommended. Check out that link down below to lock in your free trial if you have not done so yet. Or otherwise, you can always text Blind to Billionaire to 500-500, as I mentioned earlier. Otherwise, subscribe down below. Totally free. Share the video with your friends, family, social media. Go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. And as always, enjoy. Have a good one. Take care. Happy holidays. And I'll catch you again soon in the next video. I'll see you for now. See ya.